Yes, a bunch of news over the last 8 to 12 to 10 hours.
State of plays I guess start with State of Play from Sony. Although there's like exactly one thing in here that's kind of really newsworthy, and even that got leaked. But they're doing that Resident Evil 3 remake.
Yep.
Which has been rumored for a while, and then some kind of key art got out for that like a week ago. I thought that might be a Game Awards thing, but I think Keighley came out and said it was not.
Yeah,
if I remember.
I don't know.
Somebody did, I think. Anyway, Sony announced it.
Yep, it's out in April, right?
Looks great.
Yeah, April 3rd.
Yeah,
so that's
not too far off.
Sooner than I would have expected. That's like not much more than a year after the last one.
Then they've got the
cranking those things out.
Yeah,
the online.
The Project Resistance, I think is what they were calling it. Now it's just called Resident Evil Resistance, but it's just part of the game. It's that thing. I thought.
Oh, that's part of RE3.
I thought that would be a standalone thing, but it's just in the box.
Well, that's smart of them to realize that no one wants a standalone multiplayer. Like that's not.
That's not what
That has never worked.
That's not what I'm coming to that thing for, but it could be cool. I don't know. It's a 4 against 1. You know,
think about it in terms
good ideas in the
yeah.
multiplayer, but they've yet to execute on it.
This is them packing it in with a game that will actually sell.
Yeah, totally.
Right. So
totally.
maybe
and then
people
maybe
actually play it.
And if people like it, then they can make DLC for it.
Yeah, when they were saying like, "Hey, Project Resistance is the next Resident Evil thing," it's like,
no.
dude, who cares?
No. I mean, I'll try it, but I'm there for the cheesy further adventures of Jill Valentine
and Carlos.
Stars.
Is that the guy with the bed head?
Yeah.
Is that Carlos?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I Googled the story of RE3 after the trailer came out because that guy has got a ridiculous mop on his head.
Yeah, he does.
And I saw there were a couple of other Stars members in that game, and I wasn't sure which one he was.
Okay.
But that's some hair. Also, I can't tell who she looks like. She looks like an actress, and I'm not sure.
She looks like Jill Valentine.
Capcom continuing their thing.
Right, yeah,
just shy of infringing on someone's likeness.
Why not?
She kind of has a Daisy Ridley kind of look to her, but
we got him this far.
Yeah. Nobody ever sued him yet, as far as I know. That thing looks great. RE2
because it's all because they were able to say, no, this is M. Bison, not Mike. He's not a boxer. We don't even know what you're talking about.
We let him get away with it way back then.
Yeah.
So now they're just going to take advantage of it.
Again, go look at the character lineup from Resident Evil Outbreak. Like it is
that's
shameless.
Yeah, that's definitely...
They're better than that, at least. I am super here for that game. RE2 was fantastic.
Yeah.
What happened in RE3? I don't remember.
It's Jill running around. And I only know this from the trailer this morning, but I guess it's set shortly before RE2 through somewhat after.
Okay.
So it's going to kind of encompass the whole Raccoon City big outbreak. Okay. I think it might be sort of like what happened to Jill post RE1.
Okay.
Ish. Like the mansion happened, and then an outbreak happened, and this is her in the city, and Nemesis chasing her around. Which I assume they'll just be able to swap a character model in for, because they already did the Mr. X stuff from 2.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's kind of more of that, but whatever. They showed off Babylon's Fall, which is that Platinum game that Square Enix is publishing.
Yeah.
Which sure does look like a Platinum game.
I saw some air combos.
Yeah, air combos. He's got like swords and also chain-like weapons. And it's like big
astral chain,
big mystical looking ancient robot type enemies. It sure looks like
it's got medieval fantasy, a tiny bit of sci-fi kind of thrown in. But
looks all right.
All right.
Yeah, I'm in.
Let's see.
That's a ways out though, I think.
Yeah, I don't think they even put a date on that.
Next summer,
that's just like, hey, here's what it looks like.
They'll show more.
Untitled Goose Game coming to PS4 next week.
Cool. Xbox as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fair.
Funny they leave that out.
Yeah.
State of Play. How dare they?
Yeah. Dreams got a release date of February 14th.
Okay.
Oh.
Which is Dreams.
I'm just going to make my Valentine's
come true on Valentine's. Yeah, make your Valentine's.
I think they're actually going to shut off the ability to buy the early access version at some point later this year or early next or whatever. There's going to be a window where you can no longer buy early access Dreams.
Okay. I wonder if that means they'll bump the price to full.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it's been $40.
Yeah.
Let's see. You can get in and pre-order now, and you'll be able to get in and play Dreams on the 14th for $39.99. So maybe it's always going to be that price.
I feel like we were just wondering, like, man, is this even going to make it out in the PS4 window, or is it just going to get pushed off? But all right, yeah.
Still not a ton of details on like what's going to be new about it. You know?
Yeah.
I assume there's going to be some kind of media molecule developed
Right.
I started to say campaign, but that's not the right word.
Have they been making
some kind of story?
Yeah.
like feature enhancements along the way, or
probably?
I think there's been some patching done, but I don't know. I don't actually know.
The trailer in the State of Play was really just kind of a sizzle reel of all the cool stuff people have been making, which, to be fair, is super impressive.
It was just that bathroom filling up with poop.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yep. Oh, the poop had a face on it. That's kind of the big stuff. I mean, Predator Hunting Grounds got a release date. Spellbreak is coming to PS4.
What about
Superliminal?
There's a certain key piece of DLC, Brad.
Oh,
key? No pun intended.
that's funny. Sony themselves did not include that on this list of announcements in this story.
They didn't want to overshadow everything else they're
The
showing.
story on the
I
PlayStation
understand.
blog entitled "A State of Play: The Complete Recap" does not mention the Kingdom Hearts DLC.
They had their own post for this.
Thus, I forgot about it.
It's okay.
Yeah. Did you feel anything?
Remind, is that what it's called?
Nothing.
I think that's right.
Yes, Remind. Yep.
Did it do anything for you? at all?
It did a lot of things
Yeah?
for me.
Anything good?
The shitty part is I think this might tie up the story for this game. At least
they're doing that thing, huh?
yeah, which is very shitty if, we're expecting 3 to be like final or whatever. But yeah, I'm excited. There was some Final Fantasy characters in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you saw
that's right.
Cloud.
Yeah.
Oh,
Those guys still exist.
That guy.
Leon.
right.
Yeah. Donald Duck is still there. It's great, guys.
I started to say I'm happy for you, but actually I don't know if that's.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if that's something I should wish on you or not.
I don't know either if it's good or bad for me. I'm just gonna dive right back in. It's like releasing in January, so I'm gonna start the year with Kingdom Hearts all over again.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You're this deep in.
I can't get out.
You have to just follow it all the way.
Hey, speaking of Final Fantasy, did you see that they announced like a soundtrack, which I bet we could use to determine how much game is in the first part of Final Fantasy VII Remake?
Really?
I'll see if I can dig up the email real quick because I just thought about it. But so it's a 2-disc set, and disc 1 is from the remake, and disc 2 is just Final Fantasy VII.
Huh.
And the track name is for the remake disc.
Oh yeah.
Did not seem like they went super deep.
I keep forgetting that they're not doing the entire game.
I did not get that press release, but I have listened to the Final Fantasy VII soundtrack recently.
Okay. Well, tell me if this gives you any indication about what is in Final Fantasy VII Remake. Okay, Disc 1, Side A. The Prelude, Tifa's theme, Let the Battles Begin, Flowers Blooming in the Church.
Yeah.
Disc 1, Side B, Turk's theme, Hurry, Scorpion Sentinel, main theme of Final Fantasy VII.
That's the whole thing.
That's the whole thing.
Problem is I haven't played the actual game in over 20 years.
Yeah.
Right. That doesn't take us through the first disc.
It doesn't sound like getting out of Midgar is in the cards, but maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe just barely. They certainly haven't put out any like screenshots or media that would indicate that you do.
Right.
And if you did, like, what would be the point? Because they'd have to generate a massive number of new assets for a very short period of time that you get out of the city.
Yeah.
If they cut the story just before you get out, then that saves a whole lot of art that they don't have to make.
Yeah.
So that is my cynical guess for how that's going to go.
You're probably right.
But who can say? A story dropped last night about Sony and baseball.
Yeah.
Which I had not seen until I just got in here this morning. But my understanding is, so Sony re-upped their deal with the MLB.
Yeah, Sony, for people who don't remember, they make MLB The Show, which is pretty much the only simulation-style baseball game on the market. And it's only made for the PlayStation because it's Sony. And so they re-upped their deal with MLB to extend that deal, which, okay. But then the fucking nuts part is that, hey, oh, by the way, they're going to make it for other platforms.
Jesus.
Yeah, additional console platforms is the language.
Yeah, and then Nintendo retweeted Sony's blog post about it with a baseball emoji.
Do you think they only make it for the Switch?
Yeah, I wonder.
Wow.
I wonder. That'd be weird.
I'm trying to think of when else this has been done.
Yeah, like a first party
platform.
Not since Sonic Adventure 2.
Not since Crazy Taxi came to PS2.
Right.
Yeah.
But that was out of desperation.
Right.
This is just like, hey, why not?
Yeah.
It's not like Sony is like desperate to...
Or it's like, hey, MLB is demanding that we do it because that's how some of these other sports licenses work. And
that sounds likely.
Like, hey, if you want to extend this deal at all, you need to cover these other platforms.
You guys are leaving money on the table.
Yeah.
And this is the only way we're going to let you have
money.
this.
And there are baseball fans that don't own PlayStations. and MLB is wanting this. I bet that's all pressure from MLB to be like, hey, no, we want to cover, which is why it would probably also end up on Xbox, I would think. But,
probably. God, that's going to be wild.
That's crazy, right?
So a first-party Sony studios may have Xbox dev kits in there doing Xbox work.
The number, just like think about like the last 12 months of video games, how fucking bananas it has been with all the fucking cross-play, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And now this.
Even beyond that, like they...
like Cuphead on fucking Switch, like just
all three of them co-signed that letter to, I think it was the FTC, whichever government body, where you just saw the Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft logos all on top of the letterhead. It's like it's just weird.
It's fucking weird,
dogs and cats kind of stuff.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Tom Kalinske is somewhere pissed off.
He never would have done things this way.
No way. Throw Nintendo under the bus.
That's right.
Oh, it looks like Xbox also tweeted out the announcement.
All right. Wow. That's
wild.
Man, that's cool. The idea of seeing a green jewel case on shelves with a Sony logo on it somewhere.
I wonder if they would keep the whole treatment box front like the same color motif.
That sounds
just
like
happens to be in a blue
bootleg ass.
Yeah, right.
Official cover art.
It's like the Tengen Tetris of baseball games.
Oh man.
What a weird thing. That's great. I can't believe this didn't make bigger waves, because I went through all the news yesterday and again this morning and didn't see this.
The thing is, that press release hits your inbox. You read the first paragraph, and all it really says is, "Hey, they're extending their agreement," and you're like, "Whatever."
Yeah, it is actually the whole press release
buried the actual interesting thing.
The whole press release reads in such a business-like way that I could see most people just sort of glossing over it. But man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's going to be a wild decade.
It already has been.
Wilder.
Okay.
Calling it now.
Van Wilder in theaters.
That's right.